How good of friends are you with Alyssa?
We were pretty good friends. We've been friends, like best friends, for like 4 years. So
How'd you meet her?
I met her in school, in middle school, whenever I was new there, and she just came up and started talking to me. So it was like, oh, a new person, you know, talk to her. She was nice though.
What kind of did y'all get together out of school? What kind of things did y'all do?
Yeah, we went to like each other's birthday parties and stuff, and just sleepovers, just hanging out and stuff like that.
Since y'all were about 12, you'd say?
Yeah, I was 12, 13. I'm slightly older than her, but not by much.
So tell me the circumstances last time you talked to her.
The last time I talked to her was about 2 days before everything occurred, and we were talking about a Halloween party that I was going to have, and she was telling me that she was going to come down and stuff, but then she kind of changed her mind, and she's like, well, maybe you can come up to my house, and I was like, oh, well, that would be fun, you know, and she started, you know, talking about how she wanted to go to this party with all these, like, drugs and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, I'm not into that sort of thing, you know, and she's like, well, I can just bring them to your house, and I have a little brother and sister, and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea, and then she started kind of getting angry, and that was pretty much it.
So this was weird. She hadn't talked about drugs or anything like that before?
She talked about different kinds, but I didn't know she went to, like, parties and stuff like that, because I would think that her grandparents would know. They're pretty strict, you know, so I thought it was kind of strange.
She lived with her grandparents?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, did she ever talk about wanting to hurt people?
No, just kind of in a joking manner, but not actually like, well, at one specific time, it was on her birthday. I was at her party, and she kind of just took me off to the side randomly, and she's like, you know, I wonder what it would be like to kill somebody, because I guess she was mad at one of her friends there, but it just seemed kind of strange, but you wouldn't logically think one of your friends would kill somebody, you know, so.
And this was at what birthday party? Like what? How old were you?
This year. It was in January.
In January, she came to you and said, God, I wonder what it would be like to kill someone. How did you respond?
I just kind of looked at her, you know, and I was like, are you serious? And she said, yeah, and then she just kind of walked away, and I was like, I thought it was kind of strange, you know, but I didn't think anything of it afterwards.
Did you ever hear her speak of that again between them and...
No, she would get mad at people, and I know that she would, like, hit her sister a lot and get mad at her, but I don't think that she would actually, you know, kill somebody up until what happened.
Did you ever hear her do anything weird? Like, I think I read that, like, she touched an electric fence and got her brothers to touch
Yeah,
it.
that was strange. I saw that video. She told me after she took the video, you know, and she was saying that it was basically out of fun or whatever. She wanted to see her brothers get hurt, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of strange. I don't usually do that with my siblings, but...
But she did it too, right?
Yeah, she did it. I saw the video, actually. We were sitting, you know, me and my sister, we were kind of watching it, and it was strange. I thought that they had taken all the videos off, but I guess not.
So a couple days after you talked to her, you heard about the little girl went missing, and next thing you know, your friend's charged with her murder.
I knew before, actually, everybody, you know, it came out on the news and stuff. Basically, I got a call saying, you know, from one of my friends that she had done this, and I just was really shocked. I didn't believe them at first, you know. I mean, everyone has their own kind of strangeness, I guess you could say, but I didn't think that she would have done that.
So what do you think of her now?
I have a very different view. I mean, I don't think that anybody can be really forgiven for anything like that. You know, I mean, I can't imagine what Elizabeth's family is thinking about it.
Do you think do you think your friend, or I guess, should I call your friend or former friend, or how would you refer to her now?
I don't really know. I don't really have anything I could really call her right now. I'm just kind of confused about it all.
Would you like to communicate with her?
I wanted to go see her and ask her, you know, how she could do such a thing, you know, but everyone's pretty much hounding her about it, so I don't know what she would say to me, but I would think that she would probably talk to me about it.
Do you think she should or could be rehabilitated, or should she go to prison for... I don't know if I should even ask a 16-year-old this, but I'm just curious. I mean, thoughts on what should happen to her?
I think that, you know, murder is a very serious thing, and I think whatever's coming to her that she deserves. Definitely.
But just, did you ever, I mean, when she, again, said that thing in January about, do you think, would it be like, because you just kind of dismissed that, or did you think, maybe someone should talk to her? Or what?
Well, I already knew that, you know, she had went to counseling and such. I thought she was always kind of strange in that way, but, you know, like I said, you wouldn't think that someone would actually do that. So I just kind of dismissed it, and now that I think about it, there's a lot of signs of her acting out.
She never mentioned anything to you, though, about digging graves or anything like that?
No. I don't think she would have told me. But, I mean, she might have told her boyfriend. I'm not for sure. She was talking about him not too long before all this happened, you know, and how he was doing drugs and stuff like that, too. And how apparently she was so in love with him, but they just met like 2 weeks ago before it happened.
Authorities got a note from someone that led them to Alyssa. I'm just curious. I guess some friend, she must have told somebody before or after what was going on, I guess. But you obviously didn't know anything, but you heard from her friend. You heard from her friend before she was picked up, or before?
Yeah, they were saying, you know, I think it's her, but basically they weren't 100% sure. They hadn't really talked to her grandparents because nobody has their number and stuff. But, I mean, I've been to her house and I've kind of, you know, been around her family a lot, but it just seems kind of strange how no one would have known, you know, that she would be planning something like that. But as far as the note or whatever that the police found, I heard from, you know, a lot of people at the high school that she was writing a note in class and the teacher had taken it away from her, and that's when the teacher kind of, you know, found out that pretty much what had happened, and then she apparently gave it to the authorities. But that's just what I've heard.
That she was writing notes in class after the fact about what happened. Wow. Now, had you ever met Elizabeth?
No.
She was friends with her younger sister.
Yeah, her younger sister, Emma. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you'd been to their house, but you'd never...
Right. I mean, she's had friends over, but I wouldn't really, you know who they were, or just kind of hang out with Alyssa.